Why did you decide to stay for your second year?
So I initially wasn't planning on staying, but at the beginning of the year I wasn't planning on staying. But after I saw how my PLs at the time really were starting to have an impact on my life and the life of my roommate, I was like, well, you know what? I want to give that experience to the freshmen next year. You know, I want to make the transition to college really easy because it's not an easy transition.
I stayed in the RLC just because this is the only time in your life that you're going to ever have an experience like this, to truly live in a community and a dorm life. You know, like this is the time of your life, and you're never going to get that back. As cliche and sad as that sounds, and I really wanted to take advantage of that because the RLC is such a welcoming community, and if you want to be here, there's always going to be a place for you.
What would you say to a freshman who's trying to decide whether they should stay?
I would say definitely weigh your options, weigh the pros and cons. You know, it's not for everyone to stay, but at the same time, there's quite a bit of pros to it. You know, for one, living on campus in this central location is very, very convenient, especially sophomore year. It's a little bit cheaper than finding some apartments, depending on where you live.
Being back here, even if it's been for like 3 months or so, has been one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. I think that like helping like freshmen like move in and like find their role and find their place and what they're interested in, what they're not interested in, like who they are as a person, is like definitely something that like helps you as an individual too, and it's helped me like more than I can express.
My first year, I didn't go out of my way initially to really make friends and be a part of the community, but at least towards the end of first semester and second semester, I saw how vital it was, and I got to know Brooke by kind of going with my gut. This is your first few months of school. This is really early to start deciding what you want to do and where you want to be the entire next year when you haven't even finished your first. So I went with my gut, and I decided to stay on campus instead of kind of following the norm of everybody going off campus immediately. And I got really good friends out of it.
So what is your role in the RLC this year, and what impact do you think you've had?
I'm a community engagement peer leader, so I plan more like big picture events that involve the entire RLC. So my event that I planned was This I Believe. So I definitely think that by being on that committee and making that event a success, I was able to help freshmen share their personal statements, but also see the personal statements of other people in the community to kind of bond as a community. And that's one of my favorite things.
My role is an academic peer leader or academic enrichment leader, and I have essentially been a TA for all of the leadership classes, and I'm here to answer questions, to proofread papers, to help with assignments, and the teachers this year have been very welcoming and encouraging of the academic leaders to share things. So this has really been a good chance for me to share my leadership philosophy, things that I believe in, or important topics in the curriculum for your leadership class. It's been touching to me to have people come to me and ask me for help.
And what is your favorite thing about the RLC?
I like the community. The community is awesome. You know, everyone around here, we're all friendly people. No one's really shut in their rooms for the most part. Everyone tries to have a good time, and yeah, it's really just that nice, strong sense of community that we see among the freshmen, but also among all the PLs and the juniors and all that. So that's what I really like about it.
It really is in the people and in the empowerment that this community gives you. It is student led, and you are going to find things about yourself that like you didn't know you were capable of. And being able to help other people and make them realize that they're capable of it as well. So you definitely come out of the RLC and a living, learning community like as a new person in your own light.
This is round 3 and I'm still loving life on campus. On campus is great, but it's more about the people you surround yourself with. This building is always filled with great people and people who have great stories, and that's one of my favorite parts about being in this community.